Right. Okay. Here we go. Audio testing. Yep, all good. We are good to go. Right. I can't. My brain's just been full of the fuzz today because I've been having sleeping issues. And I think I may have figured out what's causing it, because this is also the start of, especially in this area where I am in London, and this is the start of hay fever season. And I can remember last year having the same problem of waking up in the middle of the night because, sneezing or something like that. Oh, so I have to remember, end of the stream, to take my antihistamine. So no matter what time the stream finishes, the first thing I've got to do, take my antihistamine, and that should help me sleep as an experiment. I'm saying this out loud to help me remember. But apart from that, it's just been a busy day. It's been one of those kind of days where I've sort of like, right, I'm awake at 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, the cat's asleep next to me. Why is it now lunchtime? It was like, blink, what the hell just happened sort of thing. So let's just crack on with the game. And yes, the main thing for today is, now we've got the beginnings of the hybrid lab going, the gene labs slowly building up, which eventually we will add to the, once we get the research, obviously, once we get the whole, what would you call it, Adeptus Astartes stuff, like the Primarchs and all that going on in there. Then we'll have the tech and all that kind of thing, like the Custodies. I think the Custodies being the guards would be pretty sweet. I've been tinkering around with trying it out on my off-stream save, and it's a slow process to make a Marine, the version I'm using, but each time you do it, it's basically you're implanting one of the Marine gene organs, I think they call them. And just try and think what I was going to say there. It's like each time you do it, they get slowly closer and closer and closer to becoming like a true Adeptus Astartes. It's interesting to see like their stats change as they get improved and go into the gene bank, but it's a slow process. It's not the fastest. But one thing I'll say what I do need to focus on today is, because we've reasonably got the power situation sorted. Now we're building the new, the new advanced geothermal things, which are very, very helpful. Like, we've got an advanced one there. This is being converted into like a parkland, which is nice. We have this, which is slowly being built, but in no rush for it, because I need to do that. This is going to be, like I say, the stores where there'll be like vending machines and other bits and pieces. I was looking at putting the museum mod on as well, which I may do later, because I think that the museum mod would go pretty nice in this like corner bit here. But we'll come back to that if there's enough, if I can get it installed, or if I remember to get it installed. Okay, yeah. So this is the other geothermal one, so we need to set that to deconstruct. Oh yeah, these are being destroyed. This is being that one here. This is being taken apart. So we've got 3 more of those to build. We've got the new wind turbines to make, and I think so. Let's actually. Oh, Dalsy, yeah. I'm getting rid of those 2 and then using that as a guide to line them all up. Okay, yeah, remember that now. Now, this is going to be where the genetic abominations are created. This will be their nesting area. This will be where they'll run around doing everything, being all happy and jolly and whatnot. This is going to be the genetics lab, which will be expanded out that way as and when I need to. Putting in the various gene extractors and implanters and basically other gubbins like that. This is the prison. It's a pure coincidence that the 2 of them are together like this, very close together. Pure coincidence. I mean, maybe if they wish to donate any of their organs, then it may happen. I'll gladly take the donation. But there is also a thing as well where I need to put, I think, a one of these going into here. So in fact, you know what, I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so we're gonna have that. Because I needed to go. Good evening, yeah. Because this is basically this nutrient vat here. Anybody who spends time in here, obviously, if they have to spend like the equivalent, I think it's like 24 hours in it per gene extraction. The downside is, obviously, whilst they're in there, they start to starve. So this is basically like they go in, plug themselves in, Matrix style, and as their genes are analysed and extracted, they at least get some nutrients. So they don't wake up starving. I mean, they're not exactly going to wake up in a great mood, but they will get out of the pod at least not, wanting to absolutely destroy the Replimat system. Plus, these spots here will be where the gene implanters and the custodies makers and the Primarch stuff will go. But I will probably extend it out maybe like a sort of 3 more blocks that way, and again probably 3 more blocks that way once we get the tech unlocked. But for now, I need to actually no, I don't need to do that. What I need to do is that's not going there. I need that to go, because you can go through the walls, which I didn't realise. So I can have that going down here and then into there, and then that hooks up to the same system, so they can come in here, feed everything into here, and it will keep whoever's in the pod at the time there fed, and it will also create the gunk necessary for the nutrient paste dispenser in the prison. Plus there's also here for like making like hardtack if I really want to be generous or something, but at the moment that's it. That's that. So one thing I do need to do as well, and I've learned it works really well, is having I don't call it like a school or a room set up just for learning. And I think I've started doing that near to the rec room. So I'm going to double check there in a sec once I've marked these for deconstruction. Yes, this is it, yes. So yeah, this is going to be the learning annex. This is the rec room. I found out that the shooting ones don't work so well for some reason because it wastes ammo, but the melee ones are quite interesting. So I'm going to leave those there, but I will keep the archery target there because then people can use it and it makes them happy because they're shooting things. So what's next? Yes, there is another thing I need to do as well. I have changed a few of the settings. Again, I discovered these settings, I already had them for quite a while without even realizing. And the first I mentioned is about the there we go, select new hybrids, so we're going to do that one. So this is the new layout I've shown. I'll just align all that. There you go. So if they're filled up, that means I've got it. So you can see that I've got 1 of 3, 2 left. I've turned on the option so that if I've already got them, they will hide them from the list. But something else I've turned on as well is this. Now this is basically the same thing for the production. So like I just showed there for the research, but for production, and it has all the categories now. So if I think, you know what? Oh, I've got nothing under the ship category. Okay, fair enough. What have I got under blueprints? So as you see, it's much more organised, and if it does exceed this square window, I can just scroll down. So I'm not going to have I'm going to have it like this sort of size, and I think I can. Yeah, if I wanted to, I could adjust the. I could adjust all these bits and pieces here, if I wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm perfectly happy with the way it is. Because it also makes it easy for me to see, but it also means I can just click on this and go, ooh, ergonomic double bed, and it shows you all the different options that I've got. And I can just right click and it goes back into it. Same for floors, same for the Replimat stuff, same for everything. As it comes up and as it gets added, it will just go. See, I can just scroll through there. Miscellaneous, floor spots. This is the Dubs mini menu, the thing I got. Now, there is one other thing I've noticed I do need to start growing now, because it takes a very long time to grow, and it's something I will need for when I get round to building the Primaris, Space Marines, the Custodies, and the Primarchs. there's a particular, again, this is because of a mod, and I will admit I have added it because it was tricky to get hold of, but I need to find a spot where I can grow it. It's a plant. It's a sort of medical related plant, and I may just put it over because it does kind of need to go straight into here. So I may put it up here. So it's with the other medical related stuff. Once I've researched it, and I'll try and remember what the name of it is, but I'll check in a minute. So let's just start the game. So yeah, one of the things I'm doing this video, as I say, is to turn, and the main focus for today is to turn this area here into the, if not the production area, but for like the basic of armor and weaponry. So I think I said I'm going to divide it roughly into 3 sections. So this area here where Jefferson is, like going across to about sort of there, this will be probably like where the ammo and stuff is stored and produced, maybe, depending on how things go. Weapons, melee, weapons, ranged, and then armor. So there's going to be four sections, though technically one section is kind of 2 together. Because I also need to save space. I need to say, and I think probably here will be a good spot for it, is I'm going to need space to make the, have the different benches for the various marine stuff that's going to be coming up at some point, including a vehicle bay, including, you know, the benches to make Custodes, Primaris, Primarch weaponry and armor. I'm going to need a fair amount of space. It's probably going to take up roughly, you know, if I move that down to, like, say there, it is probably going to take up about this much room once it's fully done. Because I need to have, like I say, the vehicle one, and I'm going to have one for regular vehicles and one for the 40k stuff. Also need to have probably a bench for the Star Wars stuff, you know, like making of the, what do you call them, the lightsabers, all the other gear. I've definitely found that having specific areas rather than trying to have everything all in one thing makes it a lot easier to find and organise stuff later. Downside is, of course, it does take up a lot more room. But I'm getting good at organising how stuff gets arranged. Partially because of the mods and partially because of experience. Now, the other thing I was thinking of doing, and I'm definitely thinking that here is going to be a good spot for it. I have discovered that, in fact, actually, the more I think about it, the more this is going to be a good spot, is to turn this entire area here into the like a warehouse. So it'll be for like generic stuff, like there'll be shelvings for clothing, shelvings for these things like the capsules. They call them magic capsules, but they're the Arcanite capsules, and they're sort of compressed and changed the names slightly. The power cells, anything else like that. Now, this needs to be roughly in the middle of it all, because this is what allows me to do trades with passing, you know, space traders and stuff like that. That has to be able to detect the goods and the silver if I want to buy anything. But that's a future project. Today's project, which one of the reasons why I named it this way, is, like I say, is the weapons and art. Is it an armory for both weapons, or is that just applied to just whatever it's called? That's the goal for today. Obviously, I will be keeping an eye on the Genome project, aka the Astartes Primarch project. I really am turning into the Emperor. Like I say, this is like I say, this is going to be the Golden Throne Room, and yeah, I can't really do much with this until this wall is built. So I'm just going to have to just let that do its thing until these walls are built, because once they're built, like here, I need to position the columns, because I need to work out, you know, roughly where they need to go, because they have to be like within 6 of, you know, a wall or something like that, otherwise the ceiling falls in. But this is, like I say, the Hotel Insomnia is an ongoing project. Essentially, this is going to be what gets most of our silver start to come in. The hotel, the sauna, casino, obviously, the restaurants, the shopping area. Again, I probably will put the museum here, and then this can be the gift shop sort of logic. This, I say, will be the kitchen, and I think once that's done, I will probably like to sort of, you know, I'll do like a version similar to this, but with more bots and that kind of thing. And this will be the restaurant. But I need to look into how to set up a restaurant, because you've got to do it in a particular way, not having like you know, certain designated people working the cash register, doing the waiting and things like that, which I may not need to do because of the replicate system. At the very least, I'm going to need to put another replicator terminal in here, which, considering it's like from there, that's not a major issue. But it's just going to take a while before that's fully filled up. I want it to be, basically that green bar, I want that to be as filled up as much as possible. Okay. Right, so looking at this, let's, yeah, let's, how much we got? Yeah, let's extend the, Hyochi is no longer, so yeah, let's extend this to there for now. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna leave that open for now. And let's actually move this down to there. No, wrong one. No. That needs to go. I can't go anywhere there because that's. Yeah, I'm waiting for that to be hauled away. Yeah, so that needs to go back to there. There we go. But we still need this, and I'm not worried too much about these little sticky out bits here, but I think having three like module rooms would be beneficial. Like one, and then, or maybe even 1.5. Because then each half will be dedicated to one for melee, one for ranged, and then a full one for armor. That feels like that might work better. And then this will be where ammo goes, because I've got a sneaky feeling I may need to extend this at some point, because ammo is probably going to take up the most slots, because I'm going to have to keep like a separate, what do you call it, a separate storage receptacle for each ammo type, so I can keep an eye on what I need most of. Like, do I need the mortar shells? Do I need shotgun shells? Things like that. Oh, is it the adorable 4 Rayhounds for... Ooh. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what her... Okay, so she's good intellectual. Gentle and cool-headed nature. She's less like insult others or start fights. Okay, sliding neuroformer. Ooh, I mean, that is pretty good. Do we need another person at the moment? Just trying to think, do we need another person? Not right now. So let's take the, let's do it for the goodwill. Okay. So we need to protect these hounds, the Ray Hounds, for 10 days. And there's 4 of them. Quiche, Eduardo, Carnation, and Isabel. Blip, 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 blip. Right, there we go. Ooh. Oh, wow. Those are cute. Oh, that's the wrong one. They're reptile hounds. Okay, are genetically engineered species based on the Argentine black and white tegu, with several traits from the common electric eel. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's give them a nice... where can I put them? You know what, let's actually have this area for our guests. That's for Lard. What name? I still can't believe that's like... Yeah, they're called Lard. Alright, so... Okay, so we have one for Carnation. One for Eduardo. One for Isabel, which is a lovely name. And another one for Quiche, which makes me giggle. Alright. So there you go. So I guess you come over here, it's all nice and chill. You have a nice little bit of relaxing time. There's as much kibble as you can eat. Okay. Alright then. Right, okay, so we've got the research that's going on. Okay. And the other thing I need to do as well, I need to reassign working priorities because... Oh, they are doing it. Okay, they are. It's very... Oh, God, yeah, I remember all that blood over there. Yeah, let's do this as well. Yeah, we'll just leave that, and that'll be deconstructed as and when it's needed. No storage connected. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, because that missing pipe. We'll wait to see if once that pipe's filled up, that should then be reconnected to that. But this will be like it. This will fill up all the nutrient stuff, but it's just like just that little one pipe there. Just that little one pipe there. There we go. Yep, it's fair. Oh, we found compacted steel. Oh, very nice. Right, let's mine that. That's going to be very helpful. Okay. So yes, I remember we've got our boy in his thing. Wait until I can get a genetic treatment that can replace his gene. That basically I can deal with the blood, but it's the psycho dependency. We don't have enough stash of that at the moment. Not yet. So that's why we put him in there, because otherwise he would die. And vampires, or sanguinophages, I think is the in-game term for them, are not common. Right, okay. So looking at power, what, hidden conduit. Oh god, yeah, that needs to be powered, doesn't it? I was wondering why that was flashing. Okay, I think in here I need to remove the roof. In fact, actually I'm going to do that now. Zone. Remove roof area. Yeah, I'll move that. There we go. So then, there we go. I may put a roof bit just over that so it doesn't... Actually, you know what? Just to be on the safe side, I am going to do that. I'm going to put one roof bit there if it allows me to. It may not. It may do. In here we're going to need some kind of heating element maybe, but we'll do that once we get the gene lab made up. We're slowly starting to happen. I really do like how these walls look as well. Yes, the gold. Wow. Okay. Yeah, these walls look really freaking good. I mean, I get that they are, you know, you can't really see through them, but just like the general vibe, it gives it that, what do you call it? It gives it that sort of sciencey look, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Yep. So next will be we need to. Oh, we've got Aurora. Lovely. Next we need to remove these. Basically, the power replacement system is ongoing. Yeah, we've also figured out that these. Why is that advanced battery at 71% in terms of... Okay. That's weird. Let's put in a couple of extra power supplies there, so we've got some extra buffer. Then I can replace those. But you know what, let's actually move that into there. Okay. That's being worked on. Yeah, these I think I will replace. I'll keep that there because that's coming so handy. But these will also help to power the animal thing, but also give a buffer. Empty workbench. Oh, here we go. Right, so we need to create a template genome, and I'm gonna pause that for the moment. So, because we need to have the storage area in here sorted out first. But this is part one, and essentially this is once we get like a good genome that we find, we can use a template and copy it. So if we find like a really good ursine or bear-based genome, we can basically use this to copy it. I don't think it uses that up. I think it only uses that up. But obviously that's the whole point behind it. We create a blank, and then we copy it or clone it, or whatever you want to call it. And you can see there's for the hybrid system, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 animal types. Ursine, which is bear, avian, bird, boomer, which is the exploding ones, muffaloes, canines, dogs, rodents, which is ratties, felines, kitties, equine, I believe is horse types, insectoids, as the name suggests, reptiles, and humanoids. So all the animals come under at least one of those. Even, like, I don't know what you call them, like those new animals we've got as guests, for example, like Valentino obviously would come under one type. I'm not going to now, but right, okay, so yeah, this is I still can't believe about that. Yeah, before we move any of these around, because I like how these things work, in terms of displaying. So I'm probably going to use a lot of these, but at the same time, yeah, you can see like it's like those, for example. No point in doing that. Let's just deconstruct that because we're not using that. I think I'll probably have another one of these up here, and then this will give me a lot of space for the warehouse. Ooh, Repromat spill. Repromat terminals malfunction, spilling nutrient feedstock everywhere. Oh, it's already been cleaned up. Good job, Rimbers. Yeah, okay, every so often, it's random, the Replimats will spew out either food or 500, shall we say, funky cigarettes. Okay, so this is again, I would eventually need to upgrade these rooms, but I need to do it right now. Oh yes, this is it. This I need lots of to make a gene capsule, which is why once this research is finished doing, I'm going to aim towards getting the. In fact, actually, there might be a good idea to put it here, because. Oh, I wonder. No, because I'd have to heat it, and that would mess up. I wonder if I could put like the manufacturing growing system inside the walk-in freezer. But if I remember rightly, using that generates a lot of heat, so it would probably make things weird in here. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So. Right, so we've got this going here. Oh, there we go. That is there. So we can move this to. Right. Oh no, because the chair's there. Right. That's why we can't do it. Okay, we install that. There we go. Move that down there. Wonder why I couldn't do that, because there's the freaking working spot is right there. Alright. Okay. Think. So that's doing that. We're going to need a lot of the wood. Yeah, we have said that we've got a lot of ironwood. We've got 33,000 of the stuff. So I suspect that making this floor out of ironwood would be actually a practical idea. Let's move that down to there. There we go. Same for that. We'll move that one. Oh, you go, genetic creation. Create new hybrids with the genome morpher. Gestate them in the electro womb and create boosters at the genetic tinkering table. Okay. Right, let's do that before I forget. So yeah, that is the recombinator, and I think the thing I want is the genome morpher. Oh yeah, I forgot how big this bad boy is. Right, okay. So I might have to. You know what? Actually, what I'm going to do, because this creates the thing. I think I'm going to move this into here and then put the genome morpher. Actually, it's just. Yeah, because I'm going to need to put it roughly in the middle because that's a big boy. So let's just reinstall that down there for the moment. I can always adjust it afterwards, or maybe put a second one up there. Yeah, we'll move that into there because that's just like a combination. This is where the stuff works, and then I can put. Yes, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Having like these extractors and bits and pieces here because I'm going to need to keep this room. Yeah, I need to keep this room chilled so that the genomes don't go weird. Because obviously in here, these little gene registers, they've got inbuilt fridges and stuff like that. So next we are working on the gene alteration. Yep, these are the 3 things I need. So the nutrient vat, which is for what's the word? It helps speed up. Basically, it's like a toolbox for the workbench. That's the extractor. Yeah, this genome extractor will only work for tier 1 genomes. So yeah, if I want to eat excavators, so yeah. Now these tissue grinders are, yeah. It's basically, it does exactly what it says on the tin. Oh, my voice is going. Wow, excuse me. It basically grinds up a corpse to get genomes. So there's two systems going on in play here at the moment. One's a sort of simplified version, one's a more detailed version. But excuse me, I do apologise. No. Okay. So yeah, oh god, this place is messy. I need to oh, what's this? Oh, a trade ship is passing by. Oh, they are a robot trader. Oh, this could be handy. Alright, okay, who's my right, Cersei, if you could go to the trader, that'd be grand. Oh, it's saving. Yeah. Oh, there she is. I wonder where Cersei got to. Right, okay. Oh. And what's the first thing I see? I can buy a blueprint which gives me the information on how to research jump packs. I think that has to be done, right? Okay. It would say that. Right, so I need to somehow come up with about 2,000 silver. Okay. Now what? I'm going to sell that one because I don't like the sound of the downside to that. Keeping that because it is very, very helpful. Oh god, I don't have enough, do I? I haven't said that blue gel. Ugh, not enough. Redeem powder. Magic capsule. No, I need to keep those. I might not have enough. Piss. No. I mean, I've got gold. But I need the gold for later. Trust me, when I'm working on the Imperial stuff, the 140k things, especially the Golden Throne, I'm going to need a lot of gold. They seem to like gold. I like gold. Yeah, I'm just going to cancel this one. Oh well. It happens. Sometimes you can trade, sometimes you can't. Okay. So yeah, we'll move. Yep, this is... yeah, there we go. Thank you, Dave. Right, so yeah, that's going to move that to... Let's just put it... Yeah, let's put it there for now. There we go. Then once that's moved, we can then put... You know what? I may build a... There we go. Then that should give us enough room for the big boy to go in that middle bit there. So yeah, there's gene extraction, storage and manipulation, Baba's being born, or just the gestation room, I suppose would be a good way of calling it. Yeah, because then once they're born, they can then go into this area, and they can rest, and I will probably put something here once they're born. For now, yeah, because the whilst the prefab I can get does work, it has a lot of excess material that I don't need, like 6 big gene wombs and like about 10 of the smaller ones. I don't need that. Probably need maybe 2, maybe 3 of the big ones and about 4, maybe 5 of the smaller ones, if that. But I probably won't even do that because I'll probably only have like 1 project on at a time, maybe 2. And you can keep the, I believe you can keep the smaller ones. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I believe you can keep the smaller ones in the bigger wombs, which sounds really weird when I say that out loud, but they take up obviously like more space and more power, so that's the trade-off. Whereas obviously the smaller ones, smaller footprint, use less power, but can only use up to a certain size. Like they have like the smaller ones, and then you can have the big boys. So I'll wait until this is moved, and then I will do that. This is going to take a little while before it's all done. Hey, cargo pods. Ooh, what we got here? We have got a Boffin Discord gun, nice, and a Pastille halberd. Oh, very nice, very nice. No storage space. Let's just do that one. Let's go with. No. Let's go with Blaster's small shelf. Again, for now, let's just pop it. Like I say, I'm gonna move it all eventually, but I just want to pop it down here for now. And then that one, melee weapons. Again, just pop it in there for now. And what we've got here, we've got some steel. Right, brain. Yep, hold that away. That'll disappear once those little thingies are built. Okay. Wait for that to be done. Here we go. Yep, this is all being slowly replaced, which is good. So you can see like the power grid's now filling up. So we've got more stored, which is good. So it's everything's just slowly catching up. Slowly. I think I need to build no, I said I'm going to wait until I get level 5, didn't I? Not that level 4 is bad, but if you can do level 5, you might. Oh, hello. Is that a genome I've got there? Yeah, that should be left out on the table. That's decaying. You're literally letting it decay. There we go. Thank you. We have a giant walk-in freezer there with the genomes in it for a reason. Okay, yeah, that's been done. Okay, I can't do it there. Right, let's turn to the main focus for today. So, looking at this, I think it's going to be under production, I think it is. So, I'm trying to remember what they come under. Yeah, see, I've got gunsmith station. How much space does that take up? Okay, so sort of standard size. Okay. That's the nursery. There you go. Yep. See, that's hey. And for some reason, they have moved the power sword over to there. I think I have sorted out 99% of the graphical glitches as well. There is one thing that is still glitching, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how to fix it. It still works, it just has a big red cross over it. Generally that means one of the textures hasn't loaded properly. Sometimes it will work. Sometimes it all depends on, if there's, a glitch as I'm loading the game up or something. It tends to be the same sort of ones, but it's not a major problem because they can still be used. They just don't look nice. And with some minor exceptions, and I say minor because I know if I say this, I'm going to want to change it again later. But at some point in the future, at the moment, I am pretty much, that's it, no more mods. For now. Until I find a mod that makes me interested. But, I mean, I will add more at some point, but for now things are cool. Yeah, I definitely need to reorganise this bench as well. Because I am not happy with just the way it looks. It makes my eyes twitch every time I look at it. But we need to have a dedicated research area. And I'm thinking maybe over here, once we've got the lab built, it kind of makes sense to have all the sciencey stuff in one area. Kind of. But no, armor and weapons, this is what I need to do. I need to get this cleared out so I can start making... I mean, this will be good for like a large door. So let's have a look under structure. I want a glass auto door. Oh no, it's a small one now. I need something big because this is going to be like the weapon thing, the army. I may even double up the new patient. I may even double up the walls, but no, what I can do is I can have that wall go up to like say there. But no, we'll do it modular system first, and then we'll extend it as and when we need to. But that system's been working, so there's no point changing it now. Look at me, those survival minerals we've got. If the replicator system goes down, we've got a lot there, got a fair amount there to keep us going. So this is the point. Okay. But I've got to be careful with this area because technically this is underneath a mountain. So I need to make sure there's regular supports either via a wall or columns or something else. Okay, now I can move that over there. Finally. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I need this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's actually large ornate door. What? Oh, this is annoying. Ah, there we go. That's what I wanted. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. I want that to go there. So it's a big chunky door, so we know it's important. God, the vehicle stuff is going to be good as well. Plus there's also the war caskets or the dreadnoughts. It's a little bit of a way off, but we need to... yeah, there you go. I was about to say, who's Quiche? And it's like, yeah, things I can't sterilise these. Oh, this is interesting. I'm not sure what the gestation period is, but if Quiche gives birth before they have to leave, does that mean I get to keep the offspring? Which again, when I say that out loud, sounds really wrong. Because yeah, I would have to return the OG ones because I'm looking after them. But if she gives birth, because I can't sterilise them, they're not mine. I'm just looking after them. Yeah, if she gives birth, I might be able to look after the offspring indefinitely. We'll see. Just like, we'll see. Okay. Right, so I need to plan this out. At least mentally, if nothing else. So, the way that the ammo stuff works is you need to have benches that are set up to create and make the ammo. So I'm thinking that having those like along this wall here will work, and then have this entire area dedicated to ammo storage of whatever type I want to go with. The various ones, so I'll just keep adding to it as and when. So it'll be empty to begin with, apart from the benches. But as we make the weapons, oh wow, nice one, tank! Give it level 20. as we make the different weapons, we think, right, okay, I'm going to want to make, like, say, I don't know, a submachine gun, for example. So I need to have appropriate ammo for submachine gun. I'm probably going to want to have some type of taser weapon, which I have now. One of the few things I have added a mod for, stun weapons, stun batons, which I'm going to make sure that everyone in my colony has access to, because they are absolutely brilliant. They're literally... they're basically tasers. They're stun batons. They literally tase them as you smack them. They're pretty good, and I think it's like for like 10 seconds in game, like IRL. They, which means like boom, zap again. It's gonna be great for handling prisoners. Right. Oh, you're trying to break out, are you? And it doesn't kill them. Everybody wins. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do as well is, whilst I do have this here, I think I am going to put the other gene extractor as well. The one that basically, the gene automation suite, the one that basically does it randomly, because then these pawns will automatically go into it and it will start to build up a nice little, what do you call it? A nice little contents for it. So at the moment I've got 3 out of 80, plus 4 there. I'm probably going to build like loads of those here as well. And like I say, yeah, keep this upper area here for the extractors and the bioformers, the ones that are important, basically the ones that need to plug into the nutrient network. Okay, yeah, let's do that now before I forget. I think it comes under, I need to set this by alphabetical. Biotech. So yeah, I think the one I want. Oh, these things are great as well. They give you loads of base implant gene things as well, which is really handy if you're trying to make just like a viable genome, but you don't have just the white one that you need. Yeah, I think this is the one, the gene extractor. Yes, I remember now, because I said that, yeah, this was like a 3x3 thing, didn't I? So yeah, let's pop that there for now. And then, God, this place is a mess. Right. I need to build another Roomba. Actually, how many Roomba cleaner bots have I got? I've only got one cleaner bot. We need to make a second cleaner bot, because old Roomba's getting stressed out. Okay, actually, let's just queue up another Roomba. Let's pause that for now, and let's go. Let's go for a tier 3 one. So I need 1 yellow. What's that? A robotic matrix intermediate. So do I have one of those? Okay, so we have 2 of the blue ones. So instead, actually, oh, that's simple. It is. Okay, yeah. Let's just make a tier 1 Roomba. Then that way, I'm not wasting. I'm not wasting a matrix then. And let's also just make I think it's a kitchen bot to do, because I think the kitchen bots, yeah, let's make one of those, a cleaner bot and a kitchen bot, just so we're not, using up basically those matrices. Otherwise, I'll put 1 cleaner bot station over here, which means it will, although it will do a lot of the other base, it will focus primarily on this area. And then I think the kitchen bot, the next kitchen bot, I think I'm going to want to put close to here, so that it can, harvest and do all these bits and pieces. Because this is when I'm going to need to put the other, the drug area I was talking about. Not there. Let's actually, now I think about it, let's let's put one of those down there. There we go, and put a fence around here for now. Should reduce the weirdness. Okay, so maybe here or this side. Let's put it this side. I may have to put some soil down here actually. So the floors. Let's put down some regular soil. Just to sort of clear. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll just clear that out. No, not there. Copy of that. Yeah, once that's done, then we'll put down the tilled soil as well. We'll get this all looking nice and okay. I've also been watching on YouTube some of the Spiffing Brits old Rimworld series. Oh my god, some of the stuff you can do in this game is like, oh, it's like Geneva Convention? Don't you mean Geneva Suggestion? There's a reason why this game is joked as a war crime simulator at times. Like, God, the harvesting stuff they do. But having said that, I've seen some of the things that you can actually do on a more aggressive playthrough, and it's like, okay. I'm playing this like on a pretty chilled, relaxed playthrough, but I like, again, I've mentioned this before, but I like how, oh, the meditation spot. Oh yeah, Flotsy appears to be trapped. That's a pickle. I accidentally trapped Flotsy in a cave. Oopsie. There we go. Like, Like, why is he trapped in there? Oh, that would be why. Yes, that would be why. Okay, right. Okay, so we'll let that finish off, and next I need to work on the NEU. This is the problem. I'm trying to remember what this thing's called. Why the vanilla expanded? Or maybe vanilla vegetable gum. Can't remember. It's like neuro something. Nutrimine? No, not Nutrimine Logistics. That's what it is. It's Neutro. Nope, that's in vanilla. I want to go to all. There we go. Neutraleaf planting and then Neutraleaf refining. So we'll queue that up. And then we'll queue that up. There we go. So basically this Neutraleaf stuff is what I use to make the Nutramine, which in turn is what I convert into other bits and pieces into the substances I need to make basically Space Marines. It's like the baseline stuff for creating the original, I suppose you would call it, the progenoid glands and bits and pieces like that. I also need to decide who I'm going to convert into my first Space Marine once we get the tech. So we'll work on it. We'll work on it. So get this all nice and cleaned up first. Get that. So yeah, in here I need to put in a. Let's try and think what it is. Not a machine table. Not the height. Not that one. What is it? Gunsmith station. Okay. So if we put that there, then it can tap into the power grid, and then we can have enough from there for like another one, and then we can have one there, and then another there. So we can have 4 benches of the various different types of basic ammo. So I have one for ammo, one for melee, one for ranged, one for armor. And this will be, yes, okay, there we go. So there's a slight change to my original plan, but it's still the same basic stuff. Technically I can use these benches for it as well, but alright, let's install this over at Gene Lab Alpha. This place is messy. Let's put it. You know what, let's just put it next to. Yeah, let's put it next to there because it's just in case accidents happen. Okay, yeah, we need to move that. Why is that not moving? Oh yeah. No, everyone's asleep. That's why. Okay. We also need to get people working at our point. What are people's work schedules? Right, okay, let's switch everyone on training to training 4. There you go. Let's plant everyone who can on grow 3. Let's put... Yeah, let's put them into that as well because we need to have people work... No, except for Zane. Zane is our researcher, so... Okay, we don't need anyone entertaining... Actually, no, we do. No, let's do. Let's have... There we go. Alright, so handles for the animals, yep. Waiting is for basically the restaurant, so we can clear that one off. Selling is for the store. Rescue... Everybody's on rescue duty. Everybody apart from Elfril is on firefighting duty because fire will mess him up. Fishing. Let's have Newton on. We've only got 2 fishing spots at the moment, so let's have the 2 highest ones. So I think will be Dave. Remember correctly? I think Dave's our main fisher dude. Yep, and. Who else has got high fishing skills? Mary. Let's put you on that as well. Obviously, I need to have someone working in genetics, but I won't do that until the lab's fully set up, so we can clear that off now. He'll get that one on the fishing. No, Cersei's because she's got no skills. Let's have you on 4. 4. Oh, okay. 90 is hunting metaxis. Right, okay. Oh, God, yeah. This is another reason why I need to get armour and weapons done. Alright, okay. Let's... Right, let's see if this works. Oh, 15% chance. Oh, yeah. You know what? Yep, use a ranged weapon. Cersei, you're okay at melee. Although for some reason you have a bamboo stick. There's an option to turn it off. I'm trying to remember what it is. I think it's sidearms. After this, I'll go for it because I want to make sure I get it right. Left click. Yep. Oh, no, I need a drafter. Wait for it. There we go. Undraft. Finish the beastie off. And then get to a medipod. There you go. Yep. Yeah, see that, bleeding out 2 hours. None of my troops have armor. So we need to sort that out, I think, actually. I think out of everything I need to focus more on... Oh, bloody hell, she is bleeding everywhere. Who's near? Kyochi, can you carry her to the... Yeah, go on. There you go, place her in the medipod. Thank you, good boy. There we go. This medipod is so freaking good. There you go. Okay, for some reason it looks like she's still injured, but okay, that's weird. Right, I'm gonna do a quick save, and I'm gonna do a reload because I think it's just a glitch. But I also need to, like I say, check one of the mods. I'm pretty sure it's the simple sidearms thing, because of undraft. Right, let's do a quick load. Because yeah, you can choose this, like, these bits of wood can be used as weapons, which is great when your colony is starting off, but not so much when you're trying to take down a absolutely feral Nightwing. Nightling, sorry. Nightling, not Nightwing. Nightwing's something completely different. So yeah, armour, I think out of the two, we've got weapons, we don't have armour. So we need to focus on armour. Now, I'm trying to remember if the marine armour can be in the game, that is not in the 40k universe, because I've got a sneaking suspicion you have to have, I know in the 40k universe you have to have basically the marine implants to really properly utilise the Adeptus Astartes armour. Technically speaking, you can use it without it. It's just you're running at like 10% efficiency or something ridiculous like that, to the point where it's not worth it. It's not impossible, it's just not practical. Oh yeah, there you go. Yes, it was just a little graphics glitch. Okay. And the game's just crashed. Fudge. Right. Okay. That's annoying. Very annoying. I never get these crashes off stream. I'm thinking it might be a problem with OBS. Not actually a problem with OBS, in that there's a clash between OBS and the game. Because, like I say, I've yeah, damn's quite the words I was going to use, but it's at least I saved. But yeah, I never get these crashes like this when I'm playing off stream. So I'm thinking there is a clash, unplanned, maybe maybe like a memory bleed issue, or there's just something about what OBS is using in the memory that that's something else. That's the game just doesn't like. It's happened quite a couple of times now on stream, but it's not happened, like I say, off stream, which is curious. So either it's OBS causing the problem, and by the way, I'm not saying it's doing it deliberately, it's just more one of those, it happens. Sometimes different bits of software can clash for whatever reason. It's relatively rare these days, but it used to happen a lot back in the old like 3.1 days of Windows and stuff like that, where Windows would, one piece of software would be using one bit of memory, and then another bit of software would try and use that same bit of memory, and it wouldn't work. Like, you had to adjust like the memory settings. Like, I can remember when I think it was like Elite. I'm sure it was like Elite when that came out. This was back still when DOS was going old school. That was back when, like I say, DOS was still a thing. Which, for anybody who doesn't know, DOS is disk operating system, and it was the OS or the operating system for essentially PCs before Windows really took over. That was done by Microsoft. It was basically text-based and command-based, whereas pretty much like if you've ever used a command prompt in Windows, that is what DOS was like. For everything. Absolutely everything. And it wasn't that great at, managing memory and all that gubbins. So whenever I wanted to play a particular game, I had to literally load up like a batch file on my old computer to change the memory settings within the operating system so certain games would work. So I'm thinking it might be something along those kind of lines, where it's not necessarily the game that's at fault, and it's not necessarily OBS that's at fault. It's just a clash between the two. Right. So whilst this is rebooting, I'm going to go and quickly blow my nose. Have a quick bathroom break. I'm going to leave this thing because I don't know how long I'm going to be. I'm probably going to be like a minute or two, and if I don't touch the computer, seems to doesn't cause any problem. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes tops. Also, I'm getting a bit cold again. Okay, it's still going. Back in a second. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Oh, yeah. I just grabbed myself a chocolate bar as well. There's a without this being a product placement, there's a chocolate bar here in the UK called Club. It's like a biscuit with thick chocolate on it and various flavourings. One I just had is a mint club, as they call it, and I think they've changed the recipe. I've thought, it may be I'm misremembering it, but I think they may have changed the recipe. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still a very nice chocolate bar, but something. I know. I saw them when I was doing my groceries, and I'm like, that was pretty much my thought process. Was like, oh my god, they still make these. Must get a packet. They've definitely shrunk the size of them. Don't care what anyone says. They have definitely shrunk the size. Shrinkflation is a legit thing. Like wagon wheels, they are definitely smaller. But yeah, the recipe I think has changed, but it's not bad. It's just different, and I accept that could also be the fact that I'm misremembering it, or it's been a while since I've had one, but it still tastes bloody good. So it's like, I legit thought they had stopped making them, but then saw it and like, gonna get me one of those. And for anybody who's watching, one thing I recommend to do with them, and not everybody does this is just something I think, oh, here we go, I think that's like my family did, because we used to have them a lot as a kid, when I was a kid, would stick them in the fridge so that the chocolate and the mint filling goes all nice and crispy. Like, it doesn't go sort of, oh my god, I'm about to break my jaw like a Yorkie bar, but it makes it nice, so it gives it a nice crisp. I mean, it's not the same in any way, shape or form like the old Girl Scout mint cookies, because I still haven't tried those. That's on my bucket list. But a lot of people have said, yeah, you stick those in like the fridge or the freezer to crisp them up. It's that same logic. There's also another one as well, which I've been keeping an eye out for, which is like the more posh version of those. And I'm not kidding you. Anybody who's British will appreciate this, but they're called Viscounts. They're like same sort of thing, round biscuit, covered in chocolate, but they're almost like a sort of crunchy, posh Jaffa cake, and they are really freaking good. Like, the chocolate's like more of a dark chocolate, so it contrasts really well with the mint. But I haven't seen them for ages. I know they still make them, but I have not actually seen them in the shops or on my grocery shopping for absolutely ages. But I know they're still being made, because I sometimes see them when I'm like, popping in the shop and I'm like, oh damn it, no, I can't keep them in my bag because they go all horrible, yucky, sod it, sort of thing. So I know they still exist. But every time I go into the supermarket, every time I try to order my groceries, they've never had them in stock. But they are bloody nice. Absolutely. Mint chocolate for me is just like, that's some good stuff. Well. Oh, okay, so yeah, when it comes up with Ogre Stack int execute, that means it's getting close to the end of the loading. So yeah, it does take a while to load, but a lot of it is basically because it has to load all the textures and stuff into memory and stuff like that. And to be fair, the base game is about 10 years old. But I have heard there is a rumbling in the various communities associated with the game about another DLC. They haven't announced anything. It's just they've put out a feelers for getting artwork done on a future Rimworld related project. So we don't know when it's going to be or what it's going to be about. Just it's like, work has begun maybe. Some people are speculating it might be due with boats. Others, like diplomacy and treaties and stuff like that. Nobody knows. It's all speculation. It's like, I really shouldn't have eaten one of those chocolate bars, and they have definitely shrunk. Don't care what anyone says. I mean, yes, I accept that when I was smaller, then it would have looked bigger. That's a factor, yes. But 100%, they have shrunk. Some animals produce a lot of filth. Keep your elephants and cattle outside. Yeah, I realised that on one of my other playthroughs. I mean, and the elephants were great at haulage, but they trampled dirt in everywhere. Oh, hang on. I just suddenly realised something. It might actually be OBS that's causing the issues. Because a few people are saying that the latest patch and the latest drivers has been causing issues for them. So it may actually be OBS that is legit causing the problem. Which would explain why I don't get the same crash issues when I'm playing the game off stream, only when I'm streaming. I'll have to have a look into that because I need to update OBS soon. I don't like the updating OBS too often because it's one of those, it can cause me, issues where I have to go through everything and sort stuff out if it updates badly, which has happened a couple of times in the past. Not often, but it's just where a update has gone wibbly, which it happens. Just trying to think. I'm just trying to think. It's going to be interesting when I do add a new expansion to this. I just honestly really wish that they could do something about the loading time for when you've got mods, but they can't allow for every single mod, right? Okay, so go wait for him to do its thing. Alright, here we go. Okay. Oh yes, we need to. Did we activate the Roomba? Or we did not. There we go. Okay. And it goes. Oh, he's going off and cleaning into there. Right, okay. Fair enough. I suppose, yeah, because it's closer. We also need to put some kind of doormat there so people don't tread their dirt all the way. In fact, let's do that now. Before I forget. Door. I love it. It's taking me a while to get used to, but I do quite like this new option interface. So let's pop one of those there. We'll put one of those there as well. So we've got that going. That's almost done. Fertility stuff, and then we work on those ones. Okay, yeah, we are back in business. Sort of. Right. So the other thing I need to look at before I forget is, and I think it was, let's just pause the game for a moment. So, yep, there we go. Right, let's try it again. It was I think the simple sidearms one. Yeah, simple sidearms. Yes, here we go. Right, okay. So yeah, it does look like I have already set it. Good. Because yeah, I can say that yeah, these weapons are sidearms. So what I will do is I can basically start making stun batons and give them to everybody. That's like, here you go, welcome to the colony. Here's your stun baton, which will really help. Rather than you making them, for some reason, yeah. Like see here, like I can customize it as well. I could set up a chainsword as a sidearm and things like that. So yeah, I think that's because for some reason now this did confuse me. It's like, why would you have a bottle as a sidearm? And then it clicked with me. I've literally seen someone use a bottle as a weapon. And I don't mean in-game, I mean IRL. It's like, remember, I live in London. and granted it was a few years ago, but yes, I have seen someone use a bottle as a weapon. So the fact that they've got that as an option, I freaking love. Even though it's completely in-game useless, but the fact that you can literally have someone go say, you know, be all football hooligan about it. Yeah. Okay, so that's good to know. So that's configured. Excellent. Excellent. Right, okay. This is good. This is all broken now. This has been again. I will. This needs to be hauled urgently because that needs to go into that the nutrimine, because this stuff at the moment is not easy to get. It is not easy to get. And then, I mean, you can start in here maybe. In fact, actually, that probably makes a bit of sense. But what's the temperature in here? It says indoors it's 1C. No, I need to set this to -5. There we go, because then that. In fact, it may even be a good idea to pop one of the freezer columns in there. In fact, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's pop one of those freezer columns in there. There you go. That'll help to keep the fudge me, the hospital chilled. Then I've got the thing there, but let's just get rid of that. Lit. So I think once we've started work on those other bits and pieces, they're still being waited for. God, that's a lot of blood. That's a lot of blood. This is why we need armor. Right, okay. So, I'm trying to think let's just unhide those for the moment. Let's just see what armor. I've got to remember they spell it Armour, not armor. There you go. Ah, yes, so we can have plate armor. Bits of heavy plate armor from metal or wood. Notice bestows movement but protects very effectively. But I think it's flak armor. Yeah, I think it's flak armor. But it's, I mean, recon. Actually, so see, flak armor. Okay, that's a mistake. That's only 1,200. Okay. Obviously the marine armor, and then we've got. There we go. Advanced components. Yes, so I need to get the other bits and pieces. Lightly armored vehicles. Uncraftable weapons. Hey, you're supposed to unlock this one. Okay. Yeah. Yes, we've got trooper armor. We've got like heavy armors, medium armors, like these things here. That's for Star Wars. Death Corp weapons, Krieg, Custodes armor, Tactical Dreadnought armor, aka Terminator armor, armor of Ultramar, Chaos Power armor. Here we go. Yeah, so this I've got a sneaking suspicion that this. Power armor. I mean, I might be able to get him to use it, but let me just see. It may. Yeah, life stage adult. Yep. Bloody hell, that's a lot of stats. And that covers practically anything on the chest. There's nothing to say that. Yeah, I can't see anything that says that people. What do you call it? That non-Astartes can't use it. But I know that it may be what they classify as racial armor, and you know, like humans, dwarves, stuff like that. And if that's the case, then even though the Space Marines are, they are basically enhanced humans, they will be classified as a different race, so that other people can't use their armor. Okay, so what do I need to make starter's armor? So yeah, looking at this, we need to do to recon armor next, and that requires multi-analyzer. Yeah, see, when I get to this, the cataphract armor, then I need to have the tech prints, which I do not have yet. So it's recon armor. Where's the recon armor? Here you go. A light powered armor suit used by scout troops who need protection on the move. Note that these also require advanced components. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Let's look at the prestige recon armor, locust armor. Interesting. Okay, so looking at the devil strand. Right. Okay, that makes sense. The else. Right. Okay. So yeah, it looks like do I have a devil strand farm? I think I do. So I need to have 2 new farms starting up. A Devil Strand one, and that makes sense to make it here. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's put the Devil Strand stuff here and the Neutral Leaf farm here, because then it's kind of medical. And then this stuff, the Devil Strand, can then be dumped into here as and when it's needed. Okay, there we go. We got a plan. We've got a plan of action, if nothing else. So first things first, let's make one of those so I can zoom there. Yep, this is all nicely partitioned. So let's go for the where's it gone? I need to go for floors. Oops, no. And where is it? Tilled soil. Okay, that has 11. Yep. Then we'll put no, that's not what I want. I want the sprinkler. Yep, I'll have a copy of that. In one of those. Obviously put some power there so that it can work. Hidden conduit, yeah, go hidden conduit. The nice little square. There we go. There we go. So yeah, got the basic cloth being done there. And then we can have, like I say, the Devil's Strand stuff there. Right, let's put a in there, yep. And then we'll build a fence to there. There we go. Wow, I'm working on that already. There we go. So yeah, then they can make the Devil Strand stuff, and then they can just move it all the way over to here. Okay, so yeah, we need to make the... What does flak armor need again? Because flak armor I think will be a good... That's flax. Oh, we don't have flak armor. Okay. Let's see. I want to check something. I'm just going to quickly do a bit of googling, and see what considered the best armor type is to begin with. Okay. Maybe marine armor, by the looks of it, actually might be considered to be pretty decent. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Actually, no, it seems like flak helmets and flak vests. Okay, so yeah, looks like I was on the right path. We'll go with the flak stuff. So, we'll put that in the queue. What does that take to make the flak armor? So yeah, we're still going to need a Devil Strand, and we're going to need the steel. Okay, so yeah, we need to have at least one field of Devil Strand. In fact, actually, it might be worth making 2 fields of Devil Strand. and 2 fields of the or at least 1 field of yeah, actually, you know what, that sounds like a very good idea. Let's do that. Oh, no, can't do it there. No, yes we can. Yes we can. We can move that. Reinstall that there. And we'll move. Oh, new patient. Okay. Now we'll move that. Let's move that actually down there for now. Newton's doing his training there. Let's see, his melee's slowly going up. Okay, so yeah, we'll have these 2 as the Devil Strands fire, because I'm going to need a lot of that by the looks of it. So we'll have that producing there, and then we'll have the Neutrazine here. I mean, do I really? No, I'll keep the rice plant going, because that's like one of my OG crop fields, so it makes sense to do that. Try and decide where. Yeah, let's make another one. Another one there. Again, we'll go hidden conduit as always, and then well, that lined up quite nicely. Look at that. Could have done that better if I wanted to. Right, floor. Same as before. No. 11 by 11 seems to be the sweet spot as always. And then, yeah, now we go for wooden fence. How much wood have I got? Yep, plenty. There we go. Yeah. And then I probably will put, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it now whilst I'm thinking about it. Probably going to be better to have too much of the stuff than not enough. I can always sell the extra bits and pieces. So, yeah, let's do that. I would have a fence gate. There you go, we have a fence gate there so people can actually get in there. And we put a nice little fancy around the outside. There we go. Yep. So yeah, Devil Strand. Once we've researched it, the stuff I've been talking about. Okay, so I'll wait for this to be finished being built. Oh, those little drones are so good. Look at that. Like, practically putting it up instantly. Alright, okay. So we'll go with the zones. We'll have a growing zone of. I'm trying to remember. Where is it? Oh, shit, that was a mushroom. Okay, for some reason I thought it was something else. So no, it is a mushroom. Oh, it's got growing time 6 days. That's not bad. It's not bad. Not amazing, but it's not bad. Yes, there we go. Wait for this one to be filled up. Oh, that worried me then for a second. Oh, yeah, that worried me a little bit, it did. I don't know where I'm going, no Welsh. Excuse me. Oh, the Imperium of Man have arrived. They're afraid to enter your territory for the following reason. Imperials. Oh, wait, yes, it's the Imperials from Star Wars. So we've got the Imperium of Man. We've also got Imperials. Oh, yeah. Like the two empires are like, Oh, this is why I like having compilation of mods like this. Weird stuff happens. Oh, see, I think I can have a kitchen bot so then it can work on these fields then. Hello. Welcome. And there's a fence there. Why are you... I put the fence there so people wouldn't walk across the field. Okay. Wait, is it kitchen block that does play? I think it does. I need to decide as well who yeah, Q and Martin. Oh, definitely yes. I was channeling my inner Martin. Alright, okay. So let's make another growing zone. As before. And yep, we'll set that to the devil's mushroom. So, yeah, it does take a little while to grow, but it can be refined into or even produces, I should say, rather than refined, a fabric which is, it's like a premium fabric type thing. So if you got your cloth, which is like your tier 1, and then you've got the devil strand cloth, which is like the next tier, which you need for certain garbs and things like that. Inspired creativity with Cersei. Oh, good for her. Right, how's the research doing? Oh, the neutral leaf plant is almost done. Wow. Oh, I was wondering why that was dug up. Oh yeah, because they had to dig up the ground to put the hidden power conduits. Look how those drones are really freaking good. Like how fast they can work sometimes. And it's I mean, sometimes they do confuse me because there's one bit there that's missed. There we go. There's one bit there which is missed, but you know what? Let's just have that all hauled up. Oh, there we go, and it's now done. Right. So let's. No storage. Oh no, it's sorted now. Okay, so now we've figured out how to grow the stuff. Let's make a cut of growing zones of this. Here. So put one there. And one there, and we'll set this to neutral leaf. There we go. Yep, set to neutral leaf, and then we'll do the same for neutral leaf because this stuff does take a while to grow. Yeah, you can see there, 15 days. So it takes a while to grow, but it's going to be a while before we get to the point where we can use the Space Marines, but we need it for the flak armor, which again, this is going to be another waiting project, unfortunately. But there is plenty to go around. You'll pardon the expression. Wow, not enough room for all that wood. Okay. Right, let's have a look at what else I can make in the. Let's see. Okay, I've got none of those bits and pieces yet. So we'll let that research, and then after that we'll see how things are going. Right. Let's return to this, and I need to put, like I say, the ammo things here. So let's clear out as much of this as I can. So we'll switch to orders, and we'll go with mine, and we'll set it to that. Okay, I accept it may not mine all of this because you need to have support, so I probably will need to put like a column, probably like sort of there or something like that. Right, let's you know what, let's actually put down some flooring in here. How much should I was going to make this a ironwood, didn't I? Because I want this to be like a dining room, so I want it to be impressive. You know, have people looking all very happy with it. So let's go with ironwood flooring. I'm not going to go with the real high-end one because I was wondering where the info thing was. That's right on the freaking side, isn't it? So, like for example, there we go. When I first turned this option on, I knew there was a thing over here, but I changed something and I couldn't find where it was. And then my brain just went, "It's that I button. Just click on the I button. It will turn up." Oh, there you go. So that takes 4 ironwood, whereas the fine ironwood takes 20. The downside to it is, obviously apart from the cost, is that it takes longer to install. So I'm going to save this, or maybe the fine steel. Wow, we've only got like 12 steel left. Damn. Okay, we need to work on that. So I think we'll go with just the standard ironwood, I feel. Yeah, let's go with the standard ironwood. Not as nice as what the nobles use, but uses a lot less wood and time to make. Okay, so yeah, let's go with this. This is going to be interesting. See how much room this takes up. Okay, so that takes up about 700 ironwood. Just, yeah, that was a good call. Yep, so that's probably going to take about the same, because they're about the same size, I feel. Yeah, you know what? Let's put those in there as well. Oop. Oop. Oh, no, it's going to take a bit more than that. About 800 ironwood. Yeah. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Then we're here. Yeah, we want things to look snazzy. Because once this is built, you can then put a roof over it. Manager's desk. Oh, that's a point. I could probably put a desk here. Just, well, first of all, I need to do. Is the middle section open to the? I think it is. Well, that's a bit annoying. Right, let's. Yeah, the middle section's open to the elements. That's a pickle. That would explain a few things. Right. I wonder why I was getting rain on the inside. Yeah, let's see if I can do this as well whilst I'm here. Might as well. Same for this. God, that's almost 1,000 square feet, basically. Yes, yeah, let's do it for here as well, so it's already. There we go. Oh, that is almost 2,500 square feet, meters, whatever the units are. That's a big room. All right, okay, that would actually explain a few things why I was getting rain in there. Right, okay. Go back to what I was originally doing this for. Desk. Do I have desks yet? Furniture? And I have school desk. I don't have the manager's desk yet. Yeah, because the school desk. Interesting. A desk where adults can teach lessons to children. That might be worth putting one of those in. We've got 2 kids, so might as well put. Yeah, let's put a couple of those in the educational area. We'll put one there. And one there. And I'm assuming the 2 chairs are one for the kids, one for the adults. Let's put some chairs there as well so people can sit. One there, one there, one there, one there. There we go. That might work. Okay. Yes. Again, makes perfect sense for. Why is that there? Should be destroyed. Okay, so look at the. Go to that again. Zones. I'm going right. And. Yep. Let's just check if there's any other areas that need roofing. Like there. And for some reason. Dietrich has damaged a cloth couch due to their weight or strange posture. Okay. I don't need it here. So let's get rid of. Yeah, let's get rid of that bit. Yeah, cause there's no point in having a roof there when I want things to land there. Same for here. let's just remove that for now. We'll always put roof back up later. Okay. Slowly making progress. Why is this because of? Oh yeah, okay. Let's see where else. I'll get rid of those. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. Right, so we need to make the expanded, the more powerful geothermal thing now. Go there, which is the advanced geothermal one. We put that bad boy there. Yeah, we are low on steel. We are so low on steel. Why do we not have any more steel? Why do I not have it? Why am I getting so low on steel? Oh, I remember now. Oh, you remember. Right. Okay. Yeah, so we remember. Let's do this power. Hidden conduit. Yeah, because I was going to move everything over here, didn't I? That's why. Yeah. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I was like, why do I not have any steel? Because I removed the steel farm. That would be why. Right, okay. Let's quest active. Okay. So my phone's just buzzed. Okay. Just a news alert. Let's so neutrally refine it. That means I can now refine the stuff once I have some. Right. So yeah, I am. Where? I honestly thought I had a steel farm. I also do not. Right, okay. Let's sort that issue out then. Right. Let's put a. So put one steel farm there. Same as before. I'm not going to worry too much about a fence around this area. It's not right now. Fill soil. Boom. You know what? Let's put another one there. There we go. And yeah, we're gonna need a lot of steel, so we'd have two. I can't remember, but yeah, we'd have two steel farms. Because no one's working on the quarry as well. Okay, yeah, we've used up. That's why, because no one's refining the stuff. Okay, I was wondering. Yeah, I didn't think we had. Yeah, that's there. Let's have. Is anybody working on the smithy? Right, let's put smithy on 4 for everybody. There we go. So basically, when you get a free moment, let's just do a hard save. Okay. Oh, there we go. Yep, the drone's starting to do. Wow, it's really dark in here. I need to light this room up. Let's pop one of these. Let's pop one of those there. That room's really dark and dingy. Okay, yeah, so we'll make these into steel farms. Mary can gain expertise. Oh, and she's a farmer type. Let's give her fishing bonus. Yeah, let's do that. Aqua bounty. There we go. That means she's more likely to get good funky stuff from fishing. Okay. Yeah, that's done. Wow. Whoa, there's a lot of wood over there. They've basically finished doing that. Okay, so we've got the advanced geothermal, basic geothermal, the advanced one's being built. Oh yeah, that was like a compact steel or something. Ah, yeah. So you can see where the shadow is. That's basically where I would need to build a column. So let's try and keep it as central as possible. So I'm going to need to build one. Let's move that to. Let's move that to the corner for now. I don't want to waste these. Yeah, that makes more sense. Put it on the outside. Same for here. We'll reinstall that there. And then, yeah. So if I get this lined up correctly, yeah. So you can see the rain stopping there now. So it needs to go in line with that. In line. So basically, the first column needs to go basically in that square there. So let's have a look, see what we've got. Structure, I think it comes under. Is the game about to crash again? Can't do that to me. Was it under power? It might be under power because there might be light code. Structure. Ah, crystal. CRY. Oh, there you go. Crystal column. Okay. Yeah, if I pop that there, then that will cover. And I'll do I'll just do like every appropriate distance down there then. Yeah, I imagine people going to the hotel and there being a great big hole in the roof is not going to be productive, shall we say, to a pleasant stay. Yeah, that might explain a few things. Why people who've been staying here, some of them are saying, "Oh, I don't like this hotel. I don't like it." Yeah. Yeah, all those beds I'll keep beds at 10. Yeah, those beds are no longer sent to his Ephraim. Yeah, that's because he's in his little stasis pod. Okay, so we need to have it working on here. Alright, let's have a look on mining. Again, anything. Let's just put mining for 4. And work. Again, let's clear that off and put anyone who's mining on quarry for 4. Basically in a do it when you can kind of approach then. I'm impressed actually how that doesn't look too bad now. I need to put some more grass down here, but oh god, there's a lot of wood over there. Wow, we've got 11,000 wood. Okay, yeah, that's we're not going to run out of wood for a while. Well, we are getting steel back, which is nice. Which is very nice. Okay, so alright, it was just a blip. It was just a blip. Wind blocked. Oh god, yeah, because of that. Yep. Even one little tree can block these things, which is annoying, but hey ho. Yep, and there's no storage space. I know. Wow, we've got a lot of gold over here. I need to find somewhere to store these. Let's put the gold. Yeah, put it in here. Gold fir leaves. And yeah. This is more the sort of precious-y stuff. Oh, we got some cycoid leaves. Okay, so that needs to be stuck in here, so we'll pop that in the fridge area because we don't want that rotting. Right, okay. Oh, good. This is being right. I can install the gene thingy now. Right. Genomorpher. Try and think. What way should I have it? Do I want it like that? Because the little circle, that's the bit where the person stands to do the workings on it. I think I will have it like that because then like the various genomes can be stored in here. Yeah, there you go. That fits in there quite nicely. Right, so we also need the electro womb. Interesting. The tissue grinder. Yeah, you know what? I'm not so sure about that. Okay, genetics tinkering table. These include not limited to boosters that improve this. Okay, so oh, that's a big desk. So I think that, you know what? I may even need to actually extend this out by another block and have the gene bank area here. Keep this for, you know, that for actually the main thingy. This for doing, yeah, and it's going to the purpose of the cotton grinder. I'm gonna say more about that. Yeah, that actually might work because yeah, this is where the genomes are things. This is where everything's assembled. It kind of makes sense to have that as the or maybe I can just no, maybe I can just have because I want it to be as close to here. It's just going to be there. Maybe I can just sort of make another module to the south. Yeah, actually that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. So 1, 13, and we'll have same as before. We'll have that there, and then we'll have the internal walls as glass walls, and then this will be the freezer area. Let's relocate that to there. Again, these are paved tiles. No point. I mean, technically the sterile stuff's here, but this is more. Yeah, we'll keep this as a paved one. So it's paved tile, so it's a little bit better than concrete, but it's not as sterile, obviously, as sterile tiles. So we'll pop that in there. Yeah, and then this area can be. Oh, no! I'm getting too many ideas in my head. Yeah, we'll do that. This can be this can be where everything's like all assembled. This can be where the genes and the hybrid stuff are tinkered with. This can be where they're gestated, and this can be the gene library for these bits and pieces here. And then this will kind of be, like I say, I'll extend this out to probably like here as I get more and more gene banks and stuff filled up. It will get to a point I will need to do it, and then again I'll extend this area once I get the various things. So I'll have the randomizer, I'll have the specific one. Then I have maybe the Custodes gene bank there, the Primaris or regular Space Medium one there, like the primer. Basically, I'll extend it as and when I need to. And I'll probably do it just sort of half blocks. Like I say, a half block is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 13 internally. So 5 by 11 internally. 7 by 13 externally. Yeah. Okay. So we got that. We got that. That's oh, that's it. Yep, that's that one. A quality resort hotel come biological nightmare factory. Yeah, basically. It's like, come to New Vegas, where we can make a new you. Literally. Because if I was playing a more unethical playthrough, I could use the hotel as a yes. Come to our resort. Yeah, we're just gonna need a little gene sample before you can stay at the hotel. No reason. No reason. Don't worry about the clones. We don't talk about them. I mean, yes, I will admit, I first started off 100% expecting this to be a resort playthrough, but as I've been playing the game both on stream and off, and I've been, looking into the other mods and what they can do, yeah, this is slowly starting to become a, shall we say, 40k leaning place. I'm going to keep the hotel though, because you know what? I don't care what anyone says. Even the starters need to chill every now and then. So do the Primaris. So do the Custodes, and so do the Primarchs. And of course, like I say, the Golden Throne, aka the Astronomicon, will be there. We will not be using the, sacrificing 1,000 psychers a day though. Oh god, imagine if that was an option. No. that would be very difficult to play the game. Yeah, because, oh god. Although, you could probably do a sort of symbolic version of it. Because you have like the Psycast, which is basically their version of psychic and magic combined into one. And you could probably do it in such a way that if you have the like the Golden Throne and someone is actively using the Golden Throne, you could sacrifice a Psyker to give like a major buff for like a period of time, like one season or something like that, to like your entire colony, or to increase the amount of traders who would visit, or to repel demons, or there's a lot of things you could do with it. And if I knew how to code, I would do it. So you have to code for Rimworld. Rimworld. I'm an ideas man. Yeah. I'm really liking where this is going. Like, we've got resources coming in now where we don't have to worry too much about things. We don't have infinite resources, but we have a slow, regular supply of resources. And as time goes by, we are gonna get more and more and more. Especially once I build these. Like this, for example. Yep. Now, let's put down some fences. That'll help use up some of that wood. Okay. I'm just gonna put a fence there for now. I mean, technically speaking, this is because this area here is just to feed this. So I think having a fence there would make sense, and just having just an entrance. This is basically feedstock for the replimat system. So let's put one there, and let's have a gate, shall we? Where's the gate? Where's the gate? Wooden fence gate. Yeah, we'll put one there, one there. And you know what? Because it doesn't really matter too much because of these things as well. Okay, we'll have fence there, and so this will use up some of that excess wood. Giggity. And there we go. So once that's built, what's everyone doing? Oh, it's new. Oh, everyone's doing lots of little jobs here and there. Right. Okay. I see that needs steel and advanced components, which is going to take a while before we do that. Oh, little jelly boys. Where they are. Okay. Now you know what? Let's demolish these. I don't really need these right now. They're just taking up room. And And the glass back would be very helpful. So it didn't quite work the way I wanted to with these, so it was okay. We gave it a shot, so we can't make too. Oh, what's this? This is the Imperium Shield Generator. Wow, that is quite empty. What's the range on this? Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow, it takes 45 fragments. Shoot radius 3.9. Is that right? Okay, yeah, that is actually about right. Yeah, well, that is that. Oh, that is quite small. If you pardon the expression, like. But I suppose, yeah, you'd use it for your more valuable areas, like you put like one in each corner, like in here, for example, like you'd put, I don't know, like one there, one there, one there to protect your valuables, like from a vault or something like that. Okay, that seems a bit small though. All right, there we go. Okay, so that's got some power going in there. Basic geothermal. Yeah, we've got a nice amount of power coming in. I mean, not perfect, but it will do. It will do. There we go. Oh, yeah, they're bringing the wood over. That's it. Yeah, it does take a little bit of time for them to catch up with the order system. Flak armor, okay. Right, let's just pause this for a moment. Right, this is Militarum armor, which is give us. This is the standard Cadian shock troop. Oh wow, there's a lot of weapons. What else is Tactica Imperia? Oh, yes, this is it. This is what I need to do. This is military. This allows me to basically build weapons and armor for the Astra Militarum, which is basically the Imperial Guard in 40k. So, again, to me, it kind of makes sense to have all the workbenches for a particular thing in one area. So, whilst I know I just said earlier that I want to have this as a storage area, I'm actually going to, I think I might change it. I think I might have this as the weapon and production area for everything that's like basically anything that's space marine, below space marine level, because the benches for the space marine stuff, for the custodies, for the primarchs are big benches. They are like they're bigger than that. They are I think they're like 3 wide, maybe even 2 wide. They're big boys. So thinking about it, I'd need space marines, armor and weapons. I think Primaris stuff comes under the space marines, but I can't remember. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm going to say for the moment that they are. Actually, no, let's say that they're not. Then it may better to have duplicates, because I can assign one bench to. Even though they do use the same bench type, I can then have like one room, one area dedicated to regular marine stuff, and then one area dedicated to the Primaris stuff. So yeah, let's say they're 2 separate ones. So we've got armor, weapons for the regular marines, armor, weapons for the Primaris, armor, weapons for the Custodes, armor, weapons for the Primarchs. So that's 8 benches I'm going to need, plus all the accompanying storage and I think the vehicles as well. Plus, I also have to have another area. I want to keep this reasonably separate, but kind of close to the. They call it war caskets in this, but it is basically they are basically the dreadnoughts. no, the proper dreadnoughts, the big chunky Ed 209 mofos, where you have to sacrifice someone and basically put them inside it, but they then become an armor-plated death machine cyborg. It's they're beastly, but they are. It's basically it was something that somebody for another mod created, but then somebody else realised that it works basically exactly as the dreadnought system in Warhammer 40k. So they just went like, why reinvent the wheel? It's basically that with some extra gubbins on it. So it's like, yeah. So yeah, they're called war caskets, but they're dreadnoughts. I haven't been able to build one yet because I'm in my off-stream save, because I have been working on getting my first Space Marine, and my personal rule is, even though the Space Marines are they're really, really freaking tough, I would only create a dreadnought if a Space Marine, quote-unquote, dies. So even if they get regenerated from the Medipod, I'm going to say like, even in death, your service continues. Into the war casket! Which is pretty brutal. But that's going to be interesting when I get one of those bad boys stomping around. Yeah. It's like, let's just put it like this. Dreadnoughts can probably give... Custodes would probably be able to beat them, but they are... how can I put it? Well, technically, our Custodes would be able to beat a Dreadnought. They probably wouldn't, because they would respect the individual within it, and also realising that Dreadnoughts are, in the 40k universe, kind of hard to build. Not impossible, just hard. Yes. The whole thing about the 40k tech universe is that they know how to maintain things, they know how to make things, they don't really know anymore how to invent things. Right? It takes a very long time for new patterns and new designs to emerge, because they don't have the tech anymore to do so. Hence why things that are called STCs, which are basically borderline, if not AI, possibly, depending on who you speak to, standard template constructs, they are basically incredibly powerful databases. And even having a single one will either get the Adeptus Mechanicus after you, or the Inquisition. And depending upon what it is, they'll be like, we'll buy it off you. It will be in your best interest to accept their offer, because they will give you quite a bit for a fully intact STC, if you don't piss them off. But if you piss them off, they will claim it in the name of the Omnissiah, and you will get nothing. I mean, if you're sort of a semi-famous person, then they'll be like, yeah, well, there's tales of somebody being given a battle barge and a small moon for a fully intact STC. It's like, they are... Oh yeah, and they're in this game. STCs are in this game. Not to the same level, but they're in this. Of course it's expired, yeah, but how about that? And to use an STC in this, as I found out, you have to build what is called a cogitator. For anybody who is vaguely familiar with the Warhammer 40k universe, one of the big no-nos in it is there is no AI at all, except anything that may have survived from the Dark Age of technology. So what they use instead is not pleasant. Pretty nasty. Let's just say cogitators and servitors have a very big organic component to them, shall we say? And it's actually used as a punishment for certain individuals It's what you think it is. The 40k universe is messed up. But people have to remember it's essentially a... depending on who you speak to, it's almost, I suppose, a satire of some descriptions of real stuff. Well, I say real stuff, you know. That's all going along quite nicely, isn't it? Yeah, you can see where the roof is because it's gone dark here. So yeah, I'll need to build one there, probably one about there, and like every, I don't know, like every 10. Oh, very nice silver. Oh wow. The Imperium of Mankind were absolutely amazed by my hospitality, and they gave us the gift of four. Oh, well, that's 242. No, 482. Damn dyslexia. Silver. That's very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Come again. Am I in a Apu there? Yeah, I think I need to make some more drones. Oh, that's a point. Yeah, I also need to decide where the mechanoid stuff's going to go and the android factory. Because I want to keep this as the organic area, if that makes sense. And this will be the more tech area. So based on that logic, considering that the mechanoids in this have like a biological component, not quite like servitors, but they just have, you know, artificially grown bits and pieces and organic things that are put into them, but they're not like servitors. Ugh, servitors are horrible. That is a fate worse than death. They really are. Right. Okay, let's have a look at the work schedule, because I need to sort this out again. Right, let's have a look who's the... actually, let's just clear that off. Let's clear that off, there we go. Right, okay, so... yeah, we'll put you into that. You into that. I say Zane's our research boy, so he's not going to do much there. We'll put that into 3. Technically, Kahula's was our chef, but we don't really need to make doing that now. So let's put him on mining as well, actually, and growing. Actually, let's crank that up to 2. Pool plus. Oh, here we go. Yep, everyone needs to be on 1 for that. Hauling is general carry. Okay, we'll put that on 4 for everybody. There we go. Crafting. We'll do that. Yep. Smithing. Okay, that's 4. Yeah, Ifril's in his little pod. No, that overwrite the genes, unfortunately. I was thinking, what if we woke up Elfril, and make him into our first space marine? A vampire space marine. But it's like, I don't think the 2 gene setups will be compatible, unfortunately. Yeah, they wouldn't be compatible. Why is it for ritual? I don't know. Why is that? I can get rid of that. Warden, let's put everyone who can Warden on 4. Childcare or best rate doctor. Grow, training, learning. Oh, there we go. Yeah, learning. That's how I found it. So I need to put everyone on the 4 for learning. That's it. I remember now. Do another hard save. Right, so we've got the basics of flak armor research, but we don't have the materials yet because we have to get the devil strands to grow. And at the moment, no one's doing any planting, which is annoying. So let's see if we can do that. Grow. Let's put everybody on 2. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong key. Let's clear it all off. Put everyone who can on 2. There we go. Again, it will take a little while for the previous jobs to clear out, but that's fine. Right, we have the drones to do with the other stuff, like this, which is good. Oh, those drones are such a great little thing. Calico's reached 2 in social. Oh, that's how it works. Okay, so yeah, somebody teaches the child, and I'm assuming there's like a random skill gets picked. Oh, that's brilliant. I like that. There we go. Okay, so basically we'll make 1 desk for every kid. We've got 2 kids at the moment. Yeah. Actually, we've got the research. Hazard protection. But it suits resist to high tech or radiation. Don't really need that right now, but it's probably worth doing. Oh, Zane's now teaching Calico. Oh, this is so great. It's like, right. Listen here, young lad. I'm going to teach you how to be a cook. Father? No, I'm not your father. Again, I'm channeling the Holy Grail there. I freaking love that film. Okay, so that's doing that. Yep. I mean, mind you, there's a big thing going over here as well, so people are probably working on that as well. So we'll let this. Yeah, it's going to take a little while for things to catch up because I don't want to. What's the word? I don't want to stop this and have to do it again. Yeah, it'll just take a little time for the orders to catch up. It's this I'm concerned with. Why no one's, because this has been here for ages. Why has no one come along to? No, let's clear and reset it. Actually, yeah. There you go. Yeah, let's clear and reset it. Sometimes it's like, especially like if the game crashes, it doesn't quite register that you've told it to do something. So, right, first of all, let's get rid of the flooring. Let's do it one little bit at a time. So, remove flooring. There we go. We'll do 1 bit at a time. Yeah, we'll keep that there for the ironwood. That is done as well. There you go. Right. We'll let the thing. Oh, Jefferson's got a shooting frenzy. Ah, see, there you go. Yeah, now I've reset it. It's they're working on it. Okay. I remember that. Yeah, sometimes the queue gets gunked up. Isabel is pregnant. Who's Isabel? Oh, it's the other. Oh, yes, the other one of those. Oh, they're fertile creatures. Actually, let's have a look. As a. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it makes sense. We got. Yeah. Wow. So Eduardo has basically got Quiche and Isabel pregnant. I wouldn't be at all surprised if Carnation's next. Yeah, not a phrase I thought I'd be hearing myself saying today. Okay. I think I guess it's slowly. Yep, slowly catching. Slowly catching. Yeah. That's. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there was like one. What are these creatures called again? Rayhounds. There was one boy, 3 girls. So you know, I'll give him back. And go. Yeah. It's like we gave you 4 creatures. Why are you giving us 6 back? Well. When a mummy Rayhound and a daddy Rayhound love each other very much. Okay, so yeah, we need to get that game. Nope. Don't do it. Oh, okay. Oh, quest. Oh, hello. What's this? Okay. Right, so vanometric stomach. Oh, an isolinear processor. Gene pack of large stomach, pollution stimulus, and above average libido. Okay. Site. Oh, a stun side trainer. Oh, that basically means I'll be able to give one person a psychic ability, like a psychokinetic ability, whatever you want to call it, to just basically just go like stunned. Excellent. Okay. Arcane nullifier. Oh, that's interesting. The brain implant projects a personal arcane field that is incompatible with other arcane fields, such as nearby Empyreans and stuff like that. Oh, interesting. Okay. The isolated processor. Oh, that's going to be good, because I could then use that to make a second medipod for animals, with the animals, which is going to be good. What is the willow tree? Rimfrost I mean, that's good, but it can only last for 3 days before it gets consumed. You know what? I'm probably going to still go for this, because it's going to be worth it for the isolinear processor, because those things are a git to get. Right, so they're the prisoner caged until the scandal blows over in 25 days, and they require daily treatment. You know what? Screw it, let's do it. Oh. And bloop. Right, okay, Kahula, can you, sir, arrest the dolphin, please? Take him to prison. Oh, I forgot my prison's over here. Derp. Because in my other playthrough, so my off-stream on my prison's basically over on this side of the map. So sometimes I'm like, where's it go? Right, let's just do a hard save. I might stop a little bit. I say early for a Rimworld stream. I may stop a little bit early, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Go. I may not. I think there's Kahuna. Hazard protection. Okay. So what's next? Learning. Oh, fantastic! Yes, the learning desk. Okay. Learn to build a learning desk. All right. Simple desk designed for the optimal learning on a budget. All right. Sounds good. I'll make a couple of those in the education room. I was trying to say educate. I can't. Oh, fuck me! I can't even say it. Educatorium or something like that. But I realised no, that it's like my brain was rebelling again and going, no, dude, that's not a legit word, mate. So it was trying to stop me from saying it's like, yeah, it doesn't make. There we go. See, yeah, now everyone's starting to work on the plants again. Yep, we're all slowly catching up, which is nice. There we go. So yeah, this has 150 meals stored in there. Nice. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move that south. I want it to be more to cover more of the whole thing. So let's pop it there. There we go. That's it. Right. Undraft. So yeah, they can use the nutrient paste to feed them. That also feeds that. That's working on that. Okay, so yeah. It is just a matter of the various projects catching up now, which they are slowly starting to do. Yeah, because that's the red lentil plant thing. In fact, I need to expand that to there. There we go. Actually, no, I need to shrink that zone because it all needs to be one zone. There we go. Gosh. I mean, I could, if I wanted to, extend this zone to here, so it becomes like a sort of fat L. It's an interesting idea. Right. Yeah, that's going to be the. That'll be the storage ring, storage thing, and then these other areas can be. If I need to add on anything to this, like the gene banks or something like that, or maybe if I need to make more gestation chambers, maybe. But I don't think I will. I think 4 of the large ones will fit in there quite nicely. Like one, depending on what size. If they're 3x3, which I think they are, then one there, one there, one there, and one there will be perfect. Because I'm never going to need, Oh, there we go. Someone's in the extracto pod. Oh, Delphin. Don't forget the prisoner needed to continue medical care. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Where is the prisoner? Did we just put the prisoner in the gene extractor? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, we did. I mean, it doesn't hurt them. I didn't tell him to do that. I legit did not tell him to do that. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. Oh. Interesting. That's why it put her in there. She's not human, she's Romulan. Oh, I can see why they put her in there now. Oh, that... You're so lucky. Yes, I mean... It's like... Where's the prisoner gone? Oh, I stuck her in the gene extractor. Ah, lovely. What? Oh, she's a Romulan. Again. What? So yeah, I mean, that actually does make sense. Why they put her in there, because they do try and get and sort of like aim for genes we don't have. So I suppose if like an interesting new life form turns up, they're like, yes, let's go and sleep in this thing over here. No reason. I mean, this is the genome in the game, obviously, of a Romulan. So we have the 220-year lifespan, which is the same for Vulcans in this. Green blood, obviously. Pointy ears, strong stomach, heat tolerant, which makes sense because the Romulans originally came from Vulcan. Aggressive. Again, okay, yeah, I can. Quick to anger, yeah, I get that. That's a good choice for Romulans. Strong melee damage. I suppose, yeah, Romulans are slightly stronger on average than humans. This particular individual has grey hair. Skin colour doesn't really matter too much. Quick study, yeah, that's the thing. Romulans, like Vulcans, are pretty smart compared to baseline humans, and strong shooting. I suppose that's what they're to represent now. They're stronger than baseline humans. So, hypothetically, if, say, for example, this is the gene that's extracted because it's randomly decided when they're in the gene extractor, and then once they can be put back in it again, then if this one comes up, I can then put it into one of the other colonists. It's a pretty easy process. The downside is, as I discovered on my off-stream playthrough, I was able to correct it, but by using some quite clever clone implanting gene therapy, just giving a baseline human a 220-year lifespan, you may think, oh, well, that sounds good. No, it's not. Because all it does is extend their lifespan. Think about it. That's all that gene does. It just makes the lifespan go from, I think for a human in this game is, I think, 100 to 220. You can start to see how that, having just that gene on its own, inserted into a baseline human, can cause problems. Yeah. I didn't think about that. I had one of my colonists was like, why? Yeah, exactly. It doesn't do anything else. All it does is just goes, right, your max lifespan, barring accidents, is now 220. Do I get eternal youth? Nope. Do I get regeneration? Nope. Well, so now there is. I was able to get around it by basically copying the genes from my immortal character, who's basically a borderline genetic god at this point. And I was able to clone the genes from her and replace it with that one. And as soon as I did that, she instantly de-aged from, I think her age was something like 88 down to 25. So it's like, boom, instant rejuvenation. She had all the, and then she had all the other gene modifications. Exactly, yeah. And on 120 years of decrepitude. Yeah. So, I mean, there's been quite a few horror films where they've done that, where like somebody goes, I curse you with, eternal life. And you're like, yeah, sweet. And then they start to realize it's like, yeah, you just don't age. So you age, you just don't die. And you get more frail. You get more injuries. You get more reoccurring issues. But you don't die. If you just use that gene on its own, it is a curse. Yeah, it was a good job I was able to save this colonist, because, well, she was like one of my OG colonists, and it was one of those like, okay, this is either going to work really, really well, or it's going to totally fry her genome. Yeah. So the question is, I'm going to have to risk it, because obviously they have to be operated on, and as characters age in this game, operations become more and more risky, as in real life. So this was one of those that, in game I would be saying like, look, this is entirely up to you, but this could make you borderline immortal. On the other hand, this process could literally kill you. Like, took the risk, and she lived. I mean, she was completely zonked out for 2 days because of the oh, there you go. Oh, gene extraction completed for Adafin, extracted strong stomach. Okay, right, Dave, can you okay, reserved by Odd Job. Oh, it's one of the drones. Okay. So, now, if I look at this, there you go. The drone comes in, ignores the person lying on the floor there. It's like, okay. So, if I now look at this, yeah, there you go. We now have strong stomach. It's part of our. Yeah. So as time goes on, we're going to get more genes. Some of them will be in. I know there's a term for when genes are linked, but I can't think what it is off the top of my head. We can have like individual gene packs or these linked ones. like bundles. There's again, I can't think what the term is, but that's not important. But again, as time goes by, including complexity and metabolic efficiency, we will pretty much be able to make, custom genomes. And now, for example, I could literally just go, boom, there you go, and I could give that to anyone now who has a strong stomach and a somewhat quick study. Means they will learn faster. Downside is because the metabolic efficiency is low, it means they become really hungry. So you can kind of see it down the bottom there, 175%. So if we say that every day they need, well, basically for every 10 units of food that they eat, they would require an extra 7. So it almost, but not quite, doubles what they need to eat, because I've been tinkering with their genome. It's a way of balancing things out and not having it so ridiculous. Plus, it also kind of encourages you to have bad genes kind of thing, rather than having perfect all across the board, which is a great idea. So I mean, look at this for example. Let's say for example, I put into the gene pack tar-like blood. So you can see it's originally 175. I pop that bad boy in. It's now down to 150. So it's made it a little bit more efficient. The downside is, the tar-like blood makes them a little bit slower. Now I could also put this in here as well, and you can see that drops it down to 125%. It gives them a, use the power of their minds to arcane blast the minds of other people and make them go wibbly. Downside is also as well, but if I put that gene in, until I can figure out, a way of getting it just on its own, their bones become very brittle. So you can see there's ways of balancing it. So even though you may have, like say, the insanity blast gene, you may want to keep trying to extract for it to get one that's not linked to brittle bones. There's a little bit of a randomness to it, I'll admit, but I kind of like that. But that is what these nodes are for. Unfortunately, they do require what do you call it? You can kind of sit there. They do require. You can see it on the red. It says not enough stored gene packs. So I will wait until I have some like generic gene packs, like I don't call it like, or maybe even buy some, like hair color or body size or something where it's not that important, and I'll use those to make these, which again provide starter packs for genome editing. This is what's converted me slowly over to, let's say, like the 40k genetics lab stuff there, because this stuff is really freaking fascinating to me. Like combining the genomes, like you can have like psychic, because of obviously the 40k stuff, you can have psychic genes, which means they get access to certain abilities, like or chaos mutations and things. There was one I got, which was one of the kids was in. This was like not my current off-stream save, but another one I was tinkering around with. Ended up being born with a pariah gene, totally spontaneously, which is like, as a kid gives birth, everybody's like recoils in horror, because like the pariah gene basically was like, it's like a psychic blank or something, and it was just like, there's something wrong with that kid. Kid was perfectly fine, it was just like, yeah. But everyone who had any psychic ability was like, no, keep that abomination away from me. Fucking great. And I think that was what's convinced me that I wanted to, lean into doing all that stuff. But it's so freaking good. It really is. I mean, like I say, even if I decide I'm going to stop streaming this save I will keep going, because this is going to take me a long time to get to the point. I mean, I could, if I wanted to, do some off-stream work with this, but there's a reason why I have a off-stream save and a streaming save. The off-stream save is, I'll freely admit, is a little bit more cheaty, shall we say, in that I've tweaked some of the settings for it to make it more faster, so I can learn things about the game, stuff like. Actually, Cersei, I'm sorry to interrupt your meditation, but you know we've got a Romulan who is basically asleep on the There we go. Who's asleep there, and we're supposed to be keeping her alive as a favour, you know. So, could you? That'd be grand. Oh, wait, that's it. Yes. After this learning desk, stun weapons. Non-lethal weapons. There we go. We're going to queue that bad boy up. So yeah, I can give this a war casket tear gas grenade launcher, but is this a stun baton? You can have tasers, non-lethal pistols, dart gun, tear gas launcher, but I want everybody to have as a melee weapon who isn't a melee specialist to have a stun baton. So we're going to queue that up next after the learning disc. There we go. We'll make sure our guest. There we go. Well, gets put away first, then we'll go and get more learning discs in the school area. There you go. That's it. Put her in a. I still can't believe someone came along and just put her in the gene extractor. Can't freaking believe someone did that. Like, oh no, we've got a Romulan. I literally didn't even tell him to do that. Oh, party frenzy. There you go. Right, we'll we gone. Undraft. So yeah, she's got blood rot, gene loss shock, yeah. Genes regrowing and malnutrition. Right, we need to make sure she is fed and looked after. We need to have some wardens. Okay, who is our warden? Who is our best warden? That's going to be Tank. Okay, let's put Tank and Mary. Yeah. Let's put Dave as backup. No, we'll keep. No, we'll keep them as that. Tank and Mary can be wardens. There we go. Right, yes, let's go to Educatum. So, learning desk. So yeah, we've got the. Oh, this is it. Yes, single design, optimal learn on a budget. Yes. Okay, so metallic, wood, or stone. Let's go with wood. Now these things are interesting because let's decide where these are going to go. Let's put one there, one there. That takes up there, so we'll have one there, one there, one there. That goes to there, one there, one there, one there. I know what. Let's build some more, and I'm going to assign each desk to one topic. I think that might be too many, but I'll double check in a bit. But I may use the spares for like shooting or melee training. But essentially, they will come to this desk, and whatever is the assigned learning bill, it could be cooking, it could be social, it could be whatever, will basically they spend some time there, they get a few percentage points towards the next level in that skill. But they have to be assigned to it. Oh, but thinking of, actually, I need to... Okay, yeah. Then, actually, what is I'm going to get rid of that for now, because we don't need that desk, because these are the improved ones. So basically, yeah, it's like this. Train animals, train art, train construction, train blah, 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 blah. All of this. So, actually, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I guessed that correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, I will leave these here because once we get the research unlocked, I can put blackboards and chalkboards here, and that will help speed up the learning on these desks as well. So that means the less time they spend here, the more time they can spend doing other stuff. There we go. Okay. So we're now back at that stage in the game where it's just literally me adjusting the work settings to get things as I want, which you have to do every so often. You can't just leave it as a blank thing because the economy changes over time, events happen, kids are born, new technologies research, so you have to make adjustments every now and then. There we go. So that's more of the stuff going there to there. Okay, how's the okay, we can now make stun batons, like these prototypes, right? What bench does it require to make stun batons? A machining table or a large machining table? Right. I don't think we've got any machining tables. Oh no, we do. We do, but I think that is currently assigned to... Ah, here we go. Shred Android, copy, Eldest, oh god, the names. Stun batons, can I make those? Yeah, you can see why it's a good idea to have like one desk set up for ammo, one desk set up for armor, one, because there's a lot. Imagine all this being in one desk, it would cause a bottleneck. I'm doing that. They have a search function for a region. Stun baton. Okay, so that's actually not too bad. 40 steel and 1 component. Could have been an advanced component. That would have been annoying. So let's have 1 per colonist. So I'm going to end up having spares because not everyone's going to use them. So yeah, 1 per colonist. There we go. Not 10. 10 is 1. So that's going to end up making 18 stun batons. Okay, let's get rid of that for now. And then I'll find somewhere to store them. Actually, this actually makes it... yeah. So once this is done, I will move this. I think will be moved into there. Still need them to get this demolished, but we're getting there. Like I say, this is a big delay factor in everything. And this is slowly catching up. Oh, thanks to high mood, Calico's experience and inspiration. She will gain experience in skill twice the normal. Nice. Very nice. Good for them. Yeah. It's like, yeah, everything's just like being slow. Like the new projects are. But yeah, we're just waiting for everyone to just catch up now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're getting there. I mean, we didn't get to do the armor and weapons like I wanted, but we are getting to a point where, again, it's just a waiting game. It is literally just a waiting game. We can't. I mean, technically, I could cancel every order and then just do them manually again, but that would be a pain in the butt to go through. So I don't mind waiting because it gives me a chance to focus on other things. I'm essentially, like the, what do you call it, the colony manager. There we go. Right. Okay. So I'll wait until all of these are built. But you know what? Let's actually, let's just go. No, we'll go left to right. Well, otherwise I'll lose track of what I've done. So if we go from now on, that would be 1, 2. That'll be construction, and we'll do that forever. So anybody comes here can use that. So yeah, just keep training construction on this desk. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that would be, I believe, if I do it with the books, it makes things faster. But making these books is a pain in the butt. So It's like ammo. It's like it supercharges it, kind of thing. So we'll put that as social. We'll do that forever. So anybody? Okay, so start at the top. Animals. Forever. Art. Forever. What's that about a book? A couple of Dave Martinez has achieved their read an amazing book aspiration. Hey, good for you, Dave. You got to read a good book. So, wow, that's actually one of his fulfillment things. He wants to become a lover of an android. And they call it the android gene, but that's just basically because of how the code in the game works. So. Dave wants some robo loving, and destroy a mech cluster, and hold a concert, and get married. Android lover, husband. He wants to become a husband. Hey mate, I'll see what I can do. Hey, I ain't judging. I mean, if you've ever played Mass Effect, essentially that's what happens between two of the characters on that. Spoiler alert. I mean, they don't technically become married, but it's like everyone's just like, yeah, that's basically his wife. Funnily enough, it's basically Edie. Again, I won't go into the details of it, but this is what cracks me up about this, is that Edie in the game is played by the amazing Trisha Helfer, which you may recognise that name, because it's not the first time, or the only time I should say, where she has played a synthetic being with aspirations towards humanity. She also played Caprica in Caprica 6, I think? Yeah, Caprica 6 in the reboot of the Battlestar Galactica show. And she plays those type of androids, scary beings very well. She also played Lucifer's mum in the show Lucifer, or at least the avatar or the host of her. She's a very good actress, actually. Like, doesn't get the recognition that she deserves, I think. Right, okay. Alright, so this is going on here, this is going on here. I'm going to do a hard save, and I'm going to end things for tonight before I get too engrossed in this, and I go off on a Battlestar Galactica tangent, which I can feel bubbling in the back of my mind. Not that it is bad, but I did have some issues with the ending. Beginning of the show was great. Towards the end, but it did have, in my opinion, one of the most amazing scenes I have seen a Battlestar do. Actually, two scenes which had Battlestars fighting in it, and there's, all I will say is, so I don't spoil things, if you have the chance, look up on YouTube the Adama maneuver. I was watching this with my mum at the time before she passed, because she was a big sci-fi fan, and her and my older sisters are what got me into sci-fi. And I was watching it around her place, just keeping a bit of company, get a bit, just spending time with your parents, you know how it is. And it's like, oh, Battlestar's on. You watch that, Chris? Yes, I do. And we're sitting there watching this, and it was that episode, and we're like, is he going to do what I think he's going to do? Oh. I will not say anything. If you like sci-fi in any way, shape or form, even if you didn't get on with Battlestar Galactica as a show, which is fair, it had some questionable elements. Overall, I liked it, but like I say, the end was not too keen on, but just check out the Adama maneuver. That's what I'm going to say. Right, okay, I need to come up with a new save name for this one. So New Vegas, and do some catch up on things. Right, fair enough. It's obviously got some big spoilers in it, but it's a very good scene. Very good scene. So New Vegas. Let's call this. Gene Lab. There we go. Because got through 2 seasons of Daredevil, 1 of Jessica Jones, and the first of Luke Cage. Obviously, we're watching Spy Family myself, but I need to start watching Arcane, because apparently season 1 is good, but season 2 is amazing. And there's only 2 seasons of it, so it's just like, oh. But I need to watch Arcane, apparently. All my friends have said that, yeah, Chris, this is going to be right up your freaking alley. And I've seen some screenshots of it, I've seen some clips of it, and I'm like, yeah, this is definitely my cup of tea. But I just don't have the time. That's the only outside. So yeah, I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to go to bed. So we'll save. There we go. Nice hard save. And we'll be back with this tomorrow. And again, like I say, we're going to be playing this. Well, I say we. I'm going to be playing this for freaking for ages. If a new No Man's Sky edition comes out, I will pause temporarily to play that for a bit. I may get bored with this game at some point. I'm not going to say I won't, because I know how my brain operates at times. And you know, once the honeymoon period is over, or if this one particular thing annoys me, or you know, whatever, then yeah, there is a chance I could stop playing. I don't want to. I want to at least get to the end mission of launching the starship. That's the end goal. If I can get to that point and do that, I will consider the game done. But I will probably still keep this save and maybe play it off stream. Maybe, I don't know. With that, I'm going to say goodnight, and hopefully see you soon. Bye bye.